now, from the Random Studio in New York City, this is the News Update with your host, Andy's Randomness.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. It is 1:30 here in New York City. This is your news update for September 8th, 2018. We have a lot to get into today. First up on our agenda, I'm going to post a special video later on here on my channel, definitely before 4 o'clock, as I'm going to be leaving to head out someplace today. If you didn't see back, this was Wednesday, yes. If you didn't see ABC World News back on Wednesday, and if you haven't been keeping an eye on the Brett Kavanaugh hearings, there was an intense, almost shouting match between New Jersey Senator Cory Booker and, of course, Brett Kavanaugh. So later on, if I can't find the video from the ABC News page, I will forward it from the ABC player, and I will use OBS and edit it all out. Watch that later, because if I try playing it on here, it's going to look laggy, and using my professional equipment, if you all want to see that video, I will have it up again probably before 4 o'clock. This update around a half hour. That is our intention today. So other items on our agenda will be, of course, new news regarding Tropical Storm Florence for this storm. We are also going to discuss some local stories here in the New York area. We are going to talk about an old subway station reopening for the first time in 17 years. I just wanted to pull up the Wikipedia article about it because it was a really in-depth article on Wikipedia when I was doing research on that story today. So I just want to have the last tab uploaded. It doesn't have to go crazy and, look for it as we're going along here. So yes, it loaded up very fast. Good, because my internet's again has been very slow today. We are going to go to my screen right now. Let me again go to how it works here on Google Hangouts. I go onto the share screen thing. I hit application window. And on your screen right now is, of course, Tropical Storm Florence. Here's the update as of 1:30. Here it is out in the Atlantic. So we're going to close the radar models as we go along here. So this is we have 3 models right here. Here's the first model. Once again, the intense rain band, that dark red color is, of course, right there. Here it is from the space image. It's trying to gain some strength. Once again, out in the Atlantic. And here is another image that I got from mikesweatherpage.com. So I have 2 official sources now, Tropical Tidbits, and, of course, his website. And I just got this from his website. And there's another Infest system out there. I forget what it's called, but I'll take a look at it as we go along here. So here's the new model that came from the National Hurricane Center this morning. And like I feared last night, looks like Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is going to get the worst of this. Surprisingly, originally, it looked like the Cape was going to get hit, Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. But on my map right now, pretty much it looks like the South Carolina coast, maybe even the cone of uncertainty, can be extended into Savannah, Georgia. Would be a very big concern right now as we go into Thursday, which would be this upcoming Thursday, the 13th. Now, the situation with Florence is, as I said this last night, it is expected to be a hurricane going into tomorrow. As we go into Sunday night, however, things start to change. Into Monday morning, this will become a major Category 2 and or 3 storm. As it regains strength, causes very rough rip currents along the Bermuda coast, and as it will go here, into Wednesday morning. The cause of concern is, again, will Florence directly impact the South Carolina coast, far south as Charleston, and as far north as Myrtle Beach, going into Thursday night into Friday, which will be the 14th? That's the question that would need to be answered within the next, I would say, 48 to 72 hours. My map of North Carolina from where I showed you guys last night, which the thumbnail for this video looks so stupid, but yeah. From my map from what I'm making out from North Carolina starts all the way south at Sunset Beach, Oak Island, Wilmington, which is a very big city in North Carolina. Wilmington, North Carolina, point of uncertainty has you guys pretty much over there. And as far as safe, yeah, Cape Lookout at the moment is under the cone of uncertainty. So would Carteret, Jacksonville, Surf City, Topsail Beach, Hammocks Beach, Cape Carteret, Atlantic, and especially Emerald Isle, which would be a very big concern for this storm right here. So, very scary times to be along the Carolina coast. Storm regarding the Carolinas. That's what it looks like right now. I can tell you this for a fact. Major hurricane. Ooh, so right, 110 miles an hour wind. That would be a concern right here. Okay, we have this disturbance I wanted to get into. Nothing really too big right here. I don't know if I want to get into it or not. All right, so nothing's going to form near Bermuda from this discussion, obviously. Right now, this was Tropical Depression number 8. It has now become Tropical Storm Helene. Right now, it's going out to sea. It may hit this island, so it may have to be a cause of concern. So this one may go out to sea. This is a very active time for hurricanes. Like I mentioned yesterday, yes, this is what I'm very worried about. These islands right here on Thursday. We may have to keep an eye on this one too, because it has it coming way too close to Venezuela right here. So we have to keep an eye on this. Ooh, even this part of Colombia could get hit going into next weekend. So I don't know. I'm keeping an eye on this one. This one could destroy. I don't know what these islands are. If anybody can comment below, contribute to that, that would be great. But Nicaragua, I would be concerned if I was in Nicaragua right now, because this one's going to possibly hit Nicaragua. Possible. But too early to decide that one too, because I'm just keeping an eye on the Atlantic. And once again, very active. We are in the peak of the hurricane season. So take a look at our spaghettis. Just move this one. We don't get confused here. So this spaghetti model right here. Let me just confirm the other spaghettis. Organize this. Spaghetti models, majority of them, unfortunately, as I said, have it directly hitting Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This one right here has it hitting Savannah, Georgia. So once again, if you're in Savannah, Georgia, you need to keep an eye on this too, because Savannah could get hit. This one originally thought it was going to be a tropical depression hitting Atlanta. Tropical moisture, from the storm would hit the Atlanta area. Now it looks like it may hit I don't know if that's correct. Let me look at my map of Georgia and get my geography correct using the map, using my arrow here. Okay. Okay, folks, my bad. I apologize. Macon's not going to get hit from the. Look like Albany would get hit. Albany would definitely get hit. But remember, Savannah is too close to that model. Way too close. So once again, it has to be kept an eye on. But the majority of the models do have it hitting South Carolina. Myrtle Beach, maybe some bands are going to Charleston. I wouldn't know to be for sure yet. But other spaghetti models, and I can confirm to you all this right now, the spaghettis are going all over the place again. We're going to take a look at this one, the global ones, take official infos. We're not going to make official decisions right here because that's what this map is for. But the other spaghetti model, as it said earlier, it was going to hit South Carolina. It is going to hit South Carolina from this one too. Again, too close to Savannah, Georgia. This one, these miles are going crazy again. Could it make that turn into Delmarva? We just don't know yet. Take a look at the GFS. GFS has this one going all over the place again. But two other models again, South Carolina. So a lot of the models are agreeing that South Carolina is going to get hit at this moment. But once again, we are still exactly 5 days away from impact. So it's still too early to make that assumption at the moment. Way too early to say where it's going to go or what's it going to do. But yeah. Now, once again, please keep an eye on Tropical Depression 9 because this one could directly hit. Again, I don't know the Caribbean very well. I don't think I even have a map of the Caribbean on here. If I don't, I want to apologize because I don't have a map of the Caribbean on me unless I have a different. I would have to really look into it. Yeah, maps 1 to 28. Yeah, this wouldn't be the Caribbean. It only has Canada. I know right now from another book that I have in front of me. So that might save the day if we can look for the Caribbean. So I'll just highlight it again because once again, I would be concerned about TS9 at the moment. Right now. Okay, bad news. Very bad news. I just found out where this island is. Dominica, St. Lucia, Barbados, Trinidad, and Tobago. You keep an eye on this storm because this is going to be a hurricane. This is going to be a hurricane that will hit, once again, Dominica, St. Lucia, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago. I literally had another book. I'm like, wait a minute, here's my other book. I was looking for it earlier as I was researching 9 earlier. Like, I don't want to mess around with Google Maps because literally the computer's being slow today, but that's why you have to have books. They have. So once again, before I go to the other models for the other storm, I'll use Cyclone for that one too. So once again, please keep an eye on depression number 9. It's going to be a storm. So let me think. What storm are we on right now? Okay, the letter of the alphabet we are on at the moment would be, right, Gordon H. So let me look up the name of the storms for just a second, and I'm going to get you a name of this possible storm that would hit the islands of Dominica, St. Lucia, Barbados, and Trinidad, Tobago on Thursday. Let me pull it up. Hurricane name. So let's pull it up at the moment. Okay, here we go. Here's a Wikipedia article I found on the name. So Wikipedia normally loads. If it loads slow, yeah, here we go. Excellent. Okay, this is what we know. This is what we got on the names, storm names. So here we go right now with the names. I can't get your name right now, so that's odd. Here we go. Isaiah, This is the storm I am concerned about for those islands right now. I would be very concerned for those islands. And I'll keep this book with me for future reference. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep my road atlas somewhere laying around my floor, which I know is disgusting in the studio, but I have another shelf for the atlas in front of me. So yeah, there it is. Now the book's safe. So yeah, this one could be Hurricane Isaac. So let's remember that right now as we are speaking. See again? No, we're looking for 9. Yeah, this would be Isaac. So another situation we're going to have to keep an eye on going into next week as well, not just with Florence, but Isaac. Once again, Trinidad and Tobago are going to get hit. So would St. Lucius and the other islands I mentioned earlier. Spaghetti Miles, again, Florence. Here's what we know. Right here, this is what we got. Looks like this is going to definitely hit South Carolina, and the GFS agrees. GFS is going crazy with this one. All right, there we go. So now we can pull up the islands. So let's see. Trinidad and Tobago. No, it'd be St. Lucius would definitely get hit. So I would have to get you an in-depth article about that later on during the week, because we could have a possible hurricane in the Caribbean this week. And then once again, Isaac, could it hit Nicaragua? That's another question. Or does it make a right turn and hit Jamaica? That would be another interesting question. Or would it curve and hit Puerto Rico? Which, again, what happened to Puerto Rico last year was very devastating with Maria. And once again, I would keep an eye on TS9, which will be Tropical Storm Isaac later today. So please just keep an eye on this one if you are in the Caribbean or have any interest in the Caribbean. So we'll take a look at the GFS model right. All right, so here we go with the GFS model. First up with Florence. Where does it have it going? Well, if we go to Thursday, Florence would actually hit North Carolina Cape. And then it has it circling around the Carolina coast. And then it goes out to sea. So that's very good news. As Isaac is concerned, Isaac would definitely hit the islands, like I assumed. But then the question would be, would it hit Nicaragua? Let's find out. Okay, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but once again, hang on, we got another hurricane that tried forming over there. Yeah, but some of the rain bands have it hitting Nova Scotia. We have to keep an eye on that, but it just has it having circling around. Now we're going to take a look at the Euro. What does the Euro have to say about this storm? And then we'll wrap it up with the Canadian model. And I got to wait for these pink things to load up. Pink, 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 pink. Load! Come on. People want information. All right, we're going to have to work what we're going to work with. Okay. Yeah, pink is not working. It's trying to load this. I need these numbers to load. Otherwise, I cannot get you Here we go. I think it's loaded. Here we go. It loaded. Okay, good. So, yep, Euro has it hitting South Carolina. Like it did last night. And then the Canadian. Where does the Canadian have it going? Let's find out. Yeah, Canadian's actually loading a whole lot faster. Way faster than the Euro did just now. All right, there we go. So Canadian has it hitting South Carolina. So the Canadian and the Euro are agreeing, but the GFS is somehow with the Canadian and the Euro models. Right. So a direct hit for South Carolina. Now let's take a look saying for the other islands. All right, so it has 9 Isaac, excuse me, going out to sea. That is very odd. Might as well get an idea. Yeah, it has Isaac hitting the islands. So once again, not just Florence we're worried about. It looks like we may have another situation along the Caribbean we have to pay attention to. So I'll be covering both, it looks like. All right, next up, we're going to go to local headlines to wrap up this video for today. So that way I can, of course, get you the Cory Booker video later on my channel, of course. First of all, I figured anybody's want to commenting in the group chat on the... I'm just trying to pull it up. Sorry about that, everyone. You can see my tweet. I'll quickly go into it very quickly. So, last night, I sent out this tweet. And pretty much it's the same old antics with Elisa Pica. And I told everybody this disaster has been brought to you by the Long Island Railroad Executive Vice President Elisa Pica regarding temporary eastbound platform tills in Kew Gardens due to track work. So once again, it just clearly shows that this railroad is out of touch and they're pretty much discriminating against a Latino area again, which is Woodside. So this railroad, I keep saying it all the time. And they're pretty much discriminating. There we go. I just wanted to make sure that I can find it later on, but excellent. So pretty much, I was annoyed last night when Matt Camper gave me this, and pretty much the situation is Elisa Pica. All right. So temporary platforms nonsense needs to just stop. It's getting way out of hand. I want to give some good news to the video will play itself, of course. I will try to rewind back. Apologize again because I don't know what's going on with this. I'm trying to play the video. So this was brand new today. First time in 17 years. The one train stopping at World Trade Center, Rector Street. And there we go. There you have it. First look at the brand new Cortlandt Station, which again, for the first time in 17 years, this station will be operational, which is very good news. Many people with mass transit, Jason Anthony Pinero, he was there today. Greg Mocker, I'm assuming he was there today. Last night, I know Channel 7, WABC, Josh Einiger did a fantastic job with his story last night. regarding this station opening. Very good. Yeah, and take a look at this. Another example of the blatancy from this railroad. And it stops at Forest Hills for attending the concert at Forest Hills. Pretty much, it looks like we're getting temporary platforms tonight at Forest Hills. So once again, I'm going to urge everybody, if you are going to the concert tonight, please do not go Long Island Railroad. If you can get to Jamaica using the railroad, transfer for the E train and get off at Forest Hills 71st Avenue. From there, it is a distance to Forest Hills Stadium. Once again, avoid the Forest Hills Stadium. Forest Hills Station if you can, because that's what I would be doing tonight. I would not want to deal with any temporary platforms if I was, because obviously where I live, I'm right by the Q46, so I'd just rather have service available back to the 46 where I transfer at Union Turnpike course. So trying to get you the other picture Jason gave me. All right, so here we go. Brand new map right here. And as you can see, you, of course, have your other connections at Cortland, which I'll get into in just a second from the Wikipedia article. So there's connecting service for the N, R, and W trains. And, of course, the 2, 3, 4, 5, A, Z, E, J, and C trains. So you have, of course, all of your options available for service. But now the one train, and this again is a very accessible station for people coming from the one train. Now you will have the one train stopping at World Trade again for the first time since September 11th, 2001. So a very important story I need to get out today regarding this. Of course, you will have access to PATH train, which is at World Trade Center, of course, Hoboken World Trade, and Newark World Trade. So PATH is accessible from this. That's very good news. And more importantly, we know the subway station at the World Trade Center restored. They restored the E train a long time ago, but now with this, and it is officially reopened. World Trade Center Cortland Station in downtown Manhattan. A few more stories, and then we'll wrap up the stream. We're going to talk about something that happened overnight on the Tappan Zee Bridge. Samantha Liebman tweeted this at 9:02 earlier this morning. I'm trying to pull up this tweet so you all can see it, and I will retweet it, of course, at Andy's Randomness. And Samantha will be getting a follow from me because, I not just Channel 7, but also I am a very big fan of 1010 Wins News Radio. So we'll read this statement from the New York continued disassembly of the old Tappan Zee Bridge last night. A potentially dangerous situation developed where a piece of the old bridge had become destabilized and could fall. Given its proximity to the new completed span, out of an abundance of caution, motorists will remain in the current traffic configuration until a thorough evaluation by Tappan Zee Constructors is complete. The second span is finished and ready to open its traffic as soon as the Thruway Authority is sure that there is no risk to the new span. So, like I said back on my transportation issues video on Wednesday, this was supposed to open today, the 8th, and now it's not going to happen. That's Twitter is being a pain in the butt today. I'm trying to follow Samantha Lehman. There we go. Follow. Let's see if she's also tweeted. Yeah, this is the only thing she's... I got a picture right here. Right, because Sonia Rincon was there yesterday. So, of course, I will follow her as well. Juliet Papa. Oh, I do follow Juliet Papa. All right, so I am starting to follow the 10-10. I don't think I follow Al Jones. Oh, wait, I think I do follow him. I'm just curious to look up who I'm following from 10-10 Wins on Twitter. John Montona, he's been on 10-10 Wins. Yeah, he's been on 10-10 Wins for many years. Right, so that's Al Jones. All right, engineers fear the old remnants of the Tappan Zee Bridge could collapse in the new bridge. Authorities stop traffic on the new Tappan Zee. And at 9 o'clock this morning. By the way, I'm just randomly going to vote in this one. You know, I'm going to go into this one in just a second. Public opening for drivers to use the new Westchester-bound bridge. Shortly before midnight. They were supposed to, of course, move it at 9 a.m., but it's not going to happen. So if you didn't watch the Democratic debate, I'll quickly go into it. If you didn't watch it, pretty much Cynthia Nixon kept interrupting Andrew Cuomo. And the reason why I say he did win for now, because Andrew Cuomo is not completely off the hook for what he's done to New. Andrew didn't interrupt Cynthia. So, to give him a fair chance, Governor Andrew Cuomo won the debate. Story we're going to talk about is, of course, what happened with New Jersey Transit. So I will play you the audio from 10-10 Wins, and we'll listen to it. Let me just switch the cable thing, and we'll fix it right now.
Hundreds of people were stranded for hours in a tunnel approaching Penn Station after metal pierced a train. NJ Transit said just before midnight, Amtrak's overhead wires dislodged and a metal bracket fell onto a northeast corridor train with 700 people on board. Passenger Becky Bintram told 10-10 Wins.
Sparks flew up on the side of the train, and then we started hearing some loud noises. And at first, we didn't really think it was anything, and then we realized something was happening. We tried to move to the other side of the train from where the loud noises came from, and then the train eventually stopped, and we saw that one of the windows had been broken in our car.
The riders on that train were transferred to a rescue train. One woman did need medical attention for back pain. Soon after, an NJ Transit train leaving Penn reported hitting a metal object just west of the North Tube. The 350 passengers on that run also went away in a rescue train. No injuries reported to them.
All right, so once again, chaos with New Jersey Transit last night going into this morning. So we will, of course, check news stories on Amtrak. Let me check what my station said just for a second here. I will, of course, turn that off in just a second.
Feel the power at Raymore and Flanagan's 65th anniversary sale.
Sorry about that, everyone. All right, I changed that setting, but not to play autoplay videos anymore. But ugh. Okay. All right, so trains 150 and 66 were the first trains to be moving again underground at Penn Station. They were trying to restore power on the other track. Overhead wire issues. So, of course, get rid of that article. We'll go to this one. So 1,000 people had to be rescued from, again, the two NJT transit trains this morning. One of them was a Northeast Corridor train that was going into New York Penn and became disabled when Amtrak wires were dislodged overhead. That train was carrying about 700 people. Shortly after, another train going into New Jersey was pierced by a metal bracket. Roughly 300 riders were rescued from the train. One woman asked for medical attention from a back pain, but there was no other reported injuries. Service was delayed, restored with delays around 9 a.m. So, figured to go around as a precaution, we'll check the MTA's website, see if the Long Island Railroad has any problems right now for different issues, and then we'll check NJT to wrap up this video. So we will check this Twitter user right now. Her name is Becky Bintram. So here are the photos that she tweeted, and I will retweet this. I will retweet this right now. So here we go. Okay. So once again, here are one of the poles from Amtrak that were dislodged into this Northeast Corridor train. Another damage. I'm trying to pull up all the photos. Just hang on, everyone. I apologize. Yeah, here's another picture of the damage right here. And then the last picture, I don't know what this is from, but the first picture pretty much tells the story right here, as you're seeing on your screen right now. So, yeah, that's where all the pictures came from. So now we're going to take a look at NJT service, see how they're doing, and then we'll check the MTA. At the moment right now, all branches into and out of Penn are facing 30-minute delays due to signal tracking around Amtrak overhire issues in both Hudson River tunnels. PATH has resumed cross-honoring new NJT rail tickets and passes at Newark, Hoboken Road Trade at Turner Square. NJT rail tickets passes continue to be cross-honored by NJT bus and private carrier system-wide. So if this is from the official NJT, you gotta take their word that this is still an ongoing issue at this hour. Okay, so at the moment, sorry about that, everyone. I'm going to wrap it up soon, but yeah, the last time New Jersey Transit gave any information was about an hour ago. So lastly, we are going to check MTA.info and see if the Long Island Railroad's having any problems, because again, this is a different issue, but we will, of course, just check the Long Island Railroad at the moment. Okay, pretty much on all of the branches, there is good service. Once again, there is the substitution for the double track project between Hicksville and Ronkonkoma this weekend. So pretty much no issues on the Long Island Railroad. So that's very good news, except once again, the substitution at Hicksville and Ronkonkoma, of course. Let's just check the subways. Ooh, looks like we have a problem. What's going on here? E, F, and R trains are running in the ways in both directions because of track maintenance between Jackson Heights, Roosevelt Avenue, and Briarwood. This is affecting E, F, and R trains right now. You don't have to check on the F. Again, due to plan work. Okay. Other than that, no issues with the subways at the moment. So we're all good on that front. So now we're going to go back to me. So that's it. That's going to wrap up your news update for September 8th, 2018. Get you that video of the heated exchange from day 3 of the confirmation hearing between Brett Kavanaugh and Cory Booker. I will share that with you all before 4 o'clock. In case anybody was wondering why I was coming, my mom just walked into the room reminding me what time it was because she said, remember, you have to leave at 4 o'clock for your event today. So, yeah, it's 2:12 right now. So I'm going to get you the video, edit it, and then upload it before I get out of here. So, once again, that concludes your news update. Thank you for watching. If there are any other updates, I'm assuming Pine Power LI will give you them. Jason Anthony Panera, pretty much the contributors to the Andy Trend and the social media network will be available if they aren't needed today. Because once again, I know I won't be home until I would say 9:30 o'clock. So if I have to do breaking news coverage on something, I may be available. I'm not too sure yet. Because once again, I don't know what time I'm coming home. So thank you for watching. If there are no news stories, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to quickly take a look outside right now just to give you an idea. Like I said, it's overcast right now. Either way, so if you can get outside today, just get outside, because Monday we're getting the remnants of Gordon, and yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Take care, everyone.